Okay, so I got a question from Ned, and he basically asked, and he says, "Yo, Sparty, I was wondering if you had any lines to say to women to get more dates. Currently, I'm in a tough situation with COVID, and I'm using a lot of dating apps and going to house parties, but it's a little difficult to pull girls on dates. Oftentimes, you talk to them, and then they might flake. I was wondering if you had anything up your sleeve that I could utilize to ultimately wheel and deal, get more dinner dates, and then bring them home to seduce." All right, so here's the deal. Ned. The most important thing to getting dates, and I'll go deeper into this, but I want you to know the most important thing to getting dates, right, is status. The way you present yourself, the confidence you have when you speak, your eye contact, your body language, okay? All of this shit matters the most. Lines are, they're like number 2. That being said, while it's not the most important thing, and I don't want you to rely on lines, I have a line that you can utilize to ultimately get more dates, okay? And the good thing about having some lines is whenever you're talking to women, you always want a couple things in your back pocket. You want a couple of 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, just in case something comes up, okay? And you want to utilize those to have more success with women. And when you have these lines in your back pocket, little witty lines, it'll give you some confidence, okay? Just having them in the back pocket in case something were to pop up in conversation, okay? So I'm going to give you a line. I'm going to explain to it why it is so efficient and why it's so powerful for getting dates with women, okay? So one of the lines that you can say is almost like a sales technique, okay? And I'm going to dive into this. Picture this. You're going to buy a car, right? And you're dealing with a car salesman. Car salesmen make their money based on whether or not you purchase this car from them or not. If you don't purchase a car from them, they're not making any income, okay? So for them, they need to have solid sales techniques. So let's just say you're walking into a Mercedes-Benz dealership. You've been eyeing a Mercedes-Benz. You know it's a little expensive. You know it might be a little bit out of your price range, but you're interested and you kind of want to buy one. So you go into the dealership. You take a look at all the cars. The Mercedes-Benz, it's a nice black Mercedes-Benz. It's really shiny. The rims are fucking looking nice. The leather smells brand fucking new. And you go for a test drive and you fucking love this car. It is your fucking baby. You want it. Again, the issue is it's a little steep in the price. Now, the dealer, he fucking knows that, okay? He knows that. So he knows that you're 50-50 on the car. Now, one of the things he has to do is find a way to sell you the car. And how does he do that? Persuasion, okay? Persuasion. And persuasion is super effective with women. So one of the sales techniques that car salesmen will use is when you're in the dealership, you've gotten out of the car, you've gotten your test drive, and he will say to you this. He will say, "So if you buy this car, where's the first road trip that you would go on? Where would you go with this car? Where's the first place that you would drive this?" And what that does is it's serious fucking persuasion, because it starts to get you thinking of where you would take this nice, brand new Mercedes-Benz to. Where would you take it? Would you take it on a long road trip to fucking the beach, and where you can look at bring it in front of all the beautiful women? They're looking at you, and they're looking at you bumping this nice, brand new Mercedes-Benz, and you're chilling, bumping music, having a good time, windows rolled down, the sunroof is up. That is what he's trying to get you to think of. He's trying to get you to think of some sort of vacation where you're at your happiest place. You're at peace. You're enjoying yourself. And the Mercedes-Benz is part of the picture, okay? It's part of that ideology where you are having a great time, and it's a fucking fabulous persuasion method to get you to finalize and agree on buying the car, okay? Now, you can use this as an example with women. I've said in the past videos, a lot of what works with women is actually sales techniques, and it's a lot of persuasion, okay? It's a lot of skill that you can have, this fucking ultimate game, okay? So what you can say with women to get you on a date is when you're talking to them, you actually flip the switch on her. Okay? You're talking to her. Let's just say you're shooting the shit with her. You're getting along pretty well with her. And you're just shooting the shit and you'd say, so if you were to take me on a date, where would you take me? And you listen to what she has to say. So now she, as a girl, has to dig in deep to her mind and think about where the date would be. Where would she take you on a date? And what she's really doing is describing her ideal first date. Okay? She's going to talk about sushi in some sort of outdoor restaurant, and then after you go to the beach, eat ice cream, and then she would probably say something like, come to my bedroom, and then maybe I'll let you seduce me, right? And that's what would happen. But what she's doing is she's diving deep into this ideology of the most ideal first date, and what she's doing is bringing you along in the picture. Now, what does that do? It creates the ideology that you're the fucking perfect dude for the perfect ideal first date, okay? And then when she says that, you say, we're totally doing that. That sounds fucking incredible. Let's go. We're doing it this week. Tell me when you're free. We're doing it, okay? And then from there, she agrees. She gives you the phone number. She set up the date. You have this ideology of a fucking amazing first date that she thinks, and because it's her fucking idea, she's gonna have a good time. She's gonna be trying to impress you by doing all the cool shit that she said, like going to the beach or going to this outdoor restaurant for shrimp or something like that, right? And you're having a killer ass fucking time. She's trying to impress you, and she likes you even fucking more because you're doing something that she's enjoying. And when she's enjoying this specific event with you, that means dick is going into vagina later on that night. So utilize it. Just ask her, if you had to bring me on a first date, where would you bring me? Plain and simple. Peace the fuck out, boys. Have a good Christmas.